I'm kind of excited to talk to you about today's book stack because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holiday romance books that I want to talk to you about in today's video. As you might know, I started reading back up again in the beginning of 2025, so I did not read any holiday romance book in 2024, so this is gonna be my first time ever reading one. I think I have quite a few books that are pretty popular, and let me know in the comment below which one I should start reading. Probably, I don't know, tomorrow or something. I think tomorrow is already the 1st. No, tomorrow's the 30th. And I think Monday is December 1st. Anyways, a lot to talk about the books. I think 3 books out of the 9 that I'm going to be talking to you about today is part of my December 2025 TBR, which I already posted, I think, last week. So if you want to watch that video as well, I will link the video down below. This first one is called The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello. I'm pretty sure this is a YA holiday romance book. It's pretty thin, which I think is great, so I could read this in between thicker books. This is about Lila Santos, who is ready for her last winter break of high school. She kind of started working for extra cash at this local inn. Her boss's nephew, I think his name is Teddy Rivera, becomes her coworker. She is type A through and through, but he's definitely not type A at all, so he's kind of frustrating her, and I just want to know what is gonna happen between the two of them. Hopefully winter romance will blossom or something like that, but I cannot wait to read this book. And the next 2 books are actually by B.K. Borison, and I feel like you probably already know which books I'm gonna be talking about. This one is Good Spirits, which just came out, I don't know, the last few months, and this one is Love Light Farms, which is the first book, and I'm pretty sure this is her debut novel in the Love Light series. So this one is about Stella, who actually lied to enter this Instagram contest. She was saying that she's the owner of this tree farm, this Christmas tree farm, and she also has a boyfriend, and then the Love Light Farm is like the best holiday destination for couples, so she's trying to also convince her best friend Luca to become her boyfriend and help her win this competition because it has 100,000 cash prize. I mean, I would fake date somebody to win that money. And then this one is Good Spirits. This is about Nolan, who is a ghost of Christmas past. I think he's been haunting for like a few years or something, because he's just basically chilling and he's kind of like aimless and just waiting for his afterlife. And then Harriet is the one that is being haunted by Nolan. I think they had some type of connection in the past that might be like a missed connection, so maybe after he is done connecting with Harriet, he might be able to go to the afterlife. That kind of makes me think that this will not have a happy ending that we would expect from like a romance book. So I don't know how the ending would be. That's why I'm super curious and decided to actually read this book this year for Christmas. So the next book that I have, I think, is a pretty popular holiday romance book, and when I was trying to compile a list of Christmas theme book, this one definitely came up, and this is called In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I've never actually read any Christina Lauren's books, but I have quite a handful of them. I don't know if they have any other holiday romance book. I think they do, but this is the one that come up a lot when I do my research on what holiday romance book I should read. But this one is about Maylin Jones, who has been going to this cabin in Utah for Christmas ever since she can remember. And then there's also these 2 other families who she would spend the holiday with. I feel like it's kind of giving the Summer I Turn Pretty vibe, but for like winter holiday. And I guess this time around it's gonna be her last time going to this cabin, because I think her parents is selling it or something like that. On the way back to wherever she lives, I don't know if it says actually in the back, but there's kind of like a weird accident, and then she passed out, and when she wakes up, it was actually the day when she was flying to Utah, and basically these things kept happening, and then she realizes that she is in this weird time loop, and she's trying to figure out how to break it off. I already know that I might not like this book because of the time loop aspect. I've read a couple books that have similar settings, and I don't like that too much. So I'm hoping that this book will also break that pattern for me. Hopefully I will like it. I'm not really sure when I'm gonna be able to read this. I'm hoping this year, but honestly I think I'm gonna read these 3 books first this year and then maybe save this for next year. Okay, another book that I feel like is also pretty popular, and it's called The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I was watching someone's YouTube video about the holiday books that she was reading at the time. She said that she have read other Lucy Score's book, but she doesn't like any of them except for this one. So I cannot wait to read this book, hopefully next year. I think next year for Christmas. If I read more of my 10 Before the End book list in December, I might pick up more Christmas book, but I don't know if I can do that. I think this book is about single dad and town manager Noah, who always take his responsibility pretty seriously, and after a late season hurricane turned his hometown into a disaster, he's basically trying to pick it back up. And that is until Catalina, who's a renovation expert and a reality TV star, come over to his hometown with a big camera crew to help renovate this town and rehab it or whatever, and Noah just does not like that. I think they had some type of a past that kind of left a bad taste. I feel like this is kind of giving HGTV type of like thing where they would come into like someone's hometown and renovate everything, and I feel like it's gonna give that hate to lover type of trope. I'm not really sure if that is the case, but let me know in the comment below if you have read this book before. The next one is also another popular book that I've heard of when I was researching for holiday books to buy, and it is called One Day in December by Josie Silver. This book also has a freaking weird premise, and I reread the synopsis again before I filmed this video, and I don't know if I would enjoy this book. I feel like I'm already predicting how I'm gonna feel while reading this book. But anyways, this is about Lori, who never believed in love at first sight, but one day she was just sitting on a bus, kind of like staring into the abyss, and I guess at another bus in the opposite direction, she saw this guy and she fell in love with him. And she spent a whole year basically trying to find him, stalking every bus stop around that area to see if she can find him again. Well, they were able to reunite in a very weird situation because Sarah, Lori's best friend, introduced this guy as her boyfriend. But the thing about this book that makes me feel like I might not enjoy it is because it's saying that for the next 10 years, the 3 of them will spend time going through friendship, heartbreak, missed opportunities, and roads not taken. I was flipping through the book and it looks like we're only going to be reading from Jack's and Lori's POV. So I don't know if Sarah, the best friend, is going to be left in the dark, not knowing that Jack is the guy that Lori fell in love with like a year ago. I'm pretty sure Lori would tell Sarah about this guy that she fell in love with at first sight, but I'm just not sure if Lori tells Sarah that Jack, her boyfriend, is the guy from a year ago. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be super complicated. I don't know if I'm gonna, like I said, enjoy the book. I feel like people who I've heard talk about this book have that same feeling with me, but we shall see. I'm gonna try and read this for myself. Maybe I'll read it next year. Definitely not in my priority list to read this year. The next book that I got is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. I've actually only read Bridesmaid for Hire, I think in 2024, but I decided to give Megan Quinn a try because apparently she was in Las Vegas over a weekend and she went into the Barnes & Noble near my house and signed a bunch of books. So I got this one, which is her newest Christmas published book, I think this year. I also got all of the books for her 2 series that she signed at Barnes & Noble. This one is about Max, who is trying to keep his family Christmas tree farm alive. But then Betty, a newbie in his small town, decided to show up and open the same Christmas tree farm, I think like right across from his tree farm or something, and obviously he was kind of like mad. Why is this newcomer trying to like take over his business and all of that? And I'm pretty sure this is gonna be enemy to lover type of trope. and I know Megan Quinn, and I feel like this book is gonna be super spicy. This one is technically a second book. She has another Christmas book that was out last year called My Neighbor, or How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, and I think that is technically the first book in the series. I'm not sure if you can kind of read them separately. I might borrow that book from Libby or something and read it maybe this year and then read this next year. The last two books are, again, basically part of a series by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I think both of these authors usually co-authors books quite a lot of times, and I know this is their Christmas book series. I'm pretty sure this one is the first book, this one is the second book, and I know the third book is already published, but they don't have it in paperback just yet, so I don't have it just yet. And I'm pretty sure these three books is about three of the guys from this boy band called Ink that has disbanded, I think. This one is about Nolan, and then the love interest is B. B, or Bianca, is actually a successful plus-size adult film star. She was trying to maybe change up her career, and she was cast in this Christmas movie that is family friendly, so completely different than what she usually does. And then the love interest in this Christmas movie that she's trying to make is Nolan, an ex-boy band member in desperate need of a career rehab. And then this book, like I said, is about the second member of this boy band. I think his name is Caleb. He opened a pizza chain after the band disbanded, and I guess he usually hooks up a lot with bridesmaids at all of his friends' wedding. And I think one of the tape of that hookups became viral or something like that. Basically, he's trying to again rehab like his image and his reputation by starring in this Christmas movie that is family friendly. And I guess the love interest is Winnie. Winnie is married to her childhood sweetheart, but the thing is, her perfect marriage fell apart, and then again she's trying to maybe do something completely different than what her life used to be, and she is going to star in this Christmas movie with Caleb. And these two books are just so interesting. I feel like I've mentioned it before, but when the story kind of involve characters in like the entertainment industry, whether it be like a musicians or a movie actor or actress, I just love to read about those books. And I love how this has that Christmas holiday twist, so I cannot wait to read these two books. So those are all of the holiday romance books that I own. I am hoping to maybe add a little bit more in this list for next year. So let me know in the comment below if you have any other Christmas or holiday theme books that you love, and I would love to add them into my personal collection.